Alright guys, so I'm going to be talking about, in this review, the premiere of My Adventures with Superman, the new DC Universe cartoon that I've been very much looking forward to. It's been decades since we've had a Superman cartoon that wasn't connected to and what I mean by that is a solo Superman cartoon. We haven't had that since Superman the Animated Series way back in the 90s. And it's really cool to have a new show. I know some people have talked about how it's too anime or whatever, and I will go over a lot of this in this review. But what are my general thoughts of this show? I really like it. I will say that some of the anime tropes do kind of play in here, and it does get a little annoying, but it doesn't go overboard, at least for these two episodes. Keep in mind, we're just talking about these two episodes because that's what's premiered. I was going to do a premiere review last night when it premiered on Adult Swim at midnight, but I was just not feeling I just did not want to. I was tired, and I was just I'll just watch it when it comes out on Max tomorrow. So for this, I was very much hyped. I was very much excited to see what they brought, and they brought a lot. I do like this new idea for Superman in these first two episodes, is that Clark is trying to figure out who he is. He's been very much afraid of himself. He's been very much I don't know what. It's basically telling the whole story of Man of Steel in under 40 minutes. It's amazing. It's actually kind of amazing that they kind of talk about, and the whole theme of this is who is Superman and what does he stand for. This is a Superman Year One comic without it being written by Frank Miller. Shocking. The characters are a lot of fun, and oh my god, yes, I know, I've seen the jokes before. Jimmy and Lois look like Luz and Gus from Owl House. In fact, I'll go one step further and say that that Jimmy is a lot like Gus in that not just character design, but also of his theme of he thinks everything's a conspiracy. He thinks there's things out there that we don't understand, like how Gus was very obsessed with the human world. He's very much obsessed with the paranormal and conspiracy theories and whatnot, but not in an Alex Jones kind of way. More I want to make videos about aliens and cryptids, and I like this Jimmy. So yeah, those themes are just going to continue. Lois is still a Lois who is learning to be around people, and I do like in here that she does kind of call herself out on, hey, I was kind of bullshit at some points. I do like that, and I wonder if they're going to bring up that kind of personality that she has because of her father, Sam Lane, who was very abusive to her. And the show does want to deal with more adult themes. I feel like that would be kind of an interesting thing to play with, is actually talk about, and they did kind of mention this a few times in the Superman animated series, but that here I'm hoping they'll go further of talking about the abusive relationship she had with her father, Sam. The action scenes are very well done. I really like it. I will say that I'm going to throw out some theories real quick about this show real quick. The first and foremost, I think we're going to get Blue Superman here, because you see when Clark unlocks more of his powers, and you see how he gets the suit, you see his eyes turn blue, and the suit itself almost has the blue Superman emblem. So I feel we're going to build to Superman getting electric blue powers, which I know some people are probably not cool with that idea, but if they do it well, and it does kind of play into the whole anime trope of anime power-up, so would make sense for this kind of context of this version of Superman, really. I really do think that would be the case, is that us getting electric blue Superman is a possibility. And it just feels like it would work here in this context of, hey, Clark is a more powerful being here, and again, they would not have his eyes turn blue and even have the electric blue Superman S. It looks almost like the S when he had the electric blue powers, and it wouldn't be just that. I'm also curious as to what's going on with the Kryptonians, because this Jor-El looks like he's a goddamn Viltrumite. He looked and I also appreciate that he's not speaking English right out the gate. He's speaking Kryptonese, so because that would make sense. Of course he's not gonna I'm surprised they haven't done this more in Superman media, where where the Jor-El program isn't speaking English, although yes, they have made a point of the computer scanned it and told him, like it like told him that, like, yeah, I scanned your brain, you're speaking English, so I kind of did that. And they'll probably do that more when Clark like goes to visit the ship more and more. And we'll get into more of the ship and the Kryptonians in a second. But yeah, I just kind of appreciate the fact that, like, right out the gate, it's not speaking English, because of course that's what would happen, speaking like the native language of Krypton. And people are going to say, oh, but it was always English on Krypton. Yeah, because that's what it sounded like to us. So I do appreciate that little nod right there. And again, I do think we will get Jor-El like towards the end of the season, or even midway possibly, speaking English instead of Kryptonese. The ship, they said it's growing, so I'm curious about that. And we don't know like the full extent of what these Kryptonians are like, because yeah, the Kryptonians here look like Jor-El looks like he's from Viltrum. And it's kind of funny because yeah, Jack Quaid is voicing Superman. I think he does a really good job, by the way, as Clark. But this could be that this version of the Kryptonians were like conquerors, and I'm going to talk about that. Why? Because it looks like the thing they're building up to is Zod as the main villain for this series. Is that Zod is like the big villain, or at least I think it's Zod. Like Jason brought up that maybe it's Brainiac, but it does look like General Zod is the big bad we're building to, because we do see like there was a war between Krypton, and then this war was the reason why it blew up. We don't know if it was like an invasion, or if it was a civil war caused by Zod. But yeah, it does look like General Zod is going to be the big villain. At least that's what I gleaned from the intro that was shown in promotion for this show. At least that's what I think, and it is cool that it's stolen Kryptonian tech that is being used. As for villains, it was really cool to see Livewire in this version rather than be a punk rock. She's special. She's like special forces and has like electric powers. I really like how they did that. I like the character design, and I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Deathstroke. I don't know how to feel about that, of like making him like he looks like someone out of goddamn Trigun, or generic anime villain. I think that's supposed to be Slade. He's got dual weapons. He's got the color scheme and covering his eye with his hair, like he thinks he's goddamn Legato Blue Summers. But yeah, we get to see, and I do know that season 1 looks like Task Force X is kind of the overarching thing for at least season 1. So I think they are, like I said, building more and more to Zod throughout the show. But yeah. I also appreciate that this show has a lot of Clark's parents. I always, like, me as a Superman fan, some of my favorite moments with Superman is when he is like bonding with his parents, like, because that's where he got all of his morals, his moral compass, and all of that, and how he grew as a person. So I always love moments where Clark is just back to being a farm boy and just kind of sitting around with his parents, because that's who he doesn't have to be Superman. He just gets to be Clark Kent, the boy from Smallville. So it's very adorable. I like those moments, and I do appreciate that we have that he just has the trunks, because he just has the red trunks because Martha was just like, here, you need something to stand out. Here you go. Here's some red underwear. And he's like, cool, I like it. Also, it looks like they're building to the Rome. I really hope it's not like a love triangle, and I'm afraid that's what they'll go, is like it's a love triangle, but it's with Clark and Lois and Superman. But that's always been a thing. So, but it does look like they're kind of building to that relationship between Clark and Lois first. So, I do like that, but it does look... I just hope they don't do the whole drag it out, because I know that's kind of a popular trope in animated shows. God knows we've seen that enough with Ladybug and Cat Noir. 5 fucking seasons, really? And then you had... I don't need to tell you about Star Versus, right? So hopefully they'll be an item at some point, rather than will they, won't they, for the whole fucking show. just have a, like, I don't mind if you just build it up to this season and have them kiss and be in a relationship, and then second season they get to be in a relationship. Just do that. Like, just do that. I will not be opposed if they do the whole will they, won't they, at least for one season. If you drag it out longer, then god damn it, that's going to hurt this show for me. But for right now, I'm really enjoying this. I really love this card. I really love this. The anime design, I was a little afraid of, but the more I watched it, the more I accepted it. And I'm curious, like, when are we going to see Lex Luthor? When are we going to see, like, are we going to... I'm pretty sure, like, Season 2, more than likely, we're going to get more DC characters. Like, I guarantee you, like, if this show gets a Season 2, we will get Batman in that season. We will get, like, Batman... We will get a Batman-Superman fight/team-up. And probably Wonder Woman after that. But anyway... so yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of my adventures with Superman? Did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. Are you guys appreciative of the anime tone? Do you think it's Zod who was the destroyer of Krypton? Do you think it was Brainiac? What do you think about the Kryptonians here? Were they conquerors, or were they something else? Just, yeah, comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.